morning, everyone. Good morning, guys, and happy Monday. I hope everybody's doing fine. Bit of a change to my half marathon plan. It got very hot and very humid here in Austin lately, so my running performance changed quite significantly. Maintaining a good pace and going longer distances has gotten harder. So I've begun doing shorter runs and just training every day to try and get used to the heat and the humidity, because it is definitely no joke. All of my hydration plans have changed. My diet has changed a little bit in terms of what I can afford to eat before or after the runs, because I definitely feel like my body is a little different right now and it reacts a lot faster to food as well. But in the meantime, things are going well. I had some pain in my legs that kept going back and forth. Like I would take a few days off, it would go away, and then it would come back constantly. So I had assumed initially that I just needed to take a break, and it was probably just my body asking me to slow down. But even though I was taking breaks, and even though I was doing all the possible exercises for it, and none of the exercises were actually feeling hard, like all of these kind of things were coming very easy for me, I kind of started investigating whether it was time for me to change shoes. I've been running on my Hoka Clifton 9 for quite a while, and lately they've just been feeling heavy and hard for a little too long, and I couldn't get into a proper pace throughout my runs when I had them on. They just kept feeling heavy from beginning to end, and there wasn't like a time where I could just feel like I was finally cruising. And whenever I had to do like tempo runs and these kind of exercises, or I wanted to do some speed training, I just couldn't push myself. As soon as I wanted to get a little faster, the pain would come back, my legs would feel heavy. So at that point I simply decided, well, okay, it's probably time for me to change shoes. What kind of shoes should I get? And I was a little bit lost, because initially I had gone to a physio that recommended me a pair of Saucony Guide 18 and all those kind of shoes that were really focused on trying to maintain a perfect form and that need to be more of a like stability shoe. Never felt very good to me. It felt like it was rather messing with my form, and my body was having a hard time getting used to them. So I decided to say, screw that, I'm just gonna go with whatever people online seem to be trying nowadays. And I went through a few different pair of shoes. I tried Asics, New Balance, Nike, and I was already used to running in Nike shoes for a while. The problem for me with Nikes is that they're a little bit too narrow for my foot, and with Asics instead, I always felt like my feet and my ankles couldn't get used to the softness of the shoes. Like it felt more like a pillow, and it was very hard for me to be stable enough in those shoes to be comfortable during my runs. And New Balance felt just fine. So what I ended up going for, funny enough, is, guess what? It was I know that there's a lot of opinions about these shoes online. A lot of people are saying that they're like meh. Some people saying that they're very unstable. Some people complain that the lip right here cuts their ankle or like rubs too much and things like this. To be honest though, for me, for needing a comfortable, more cushiony and a little faster daily trainer, these shoes feel perfect. They fit my feet perfectly. The size of the toe box is perfect for my feet. The stability is great. I guess just the way that they're made just so happens to literally fit my foot perfectly. Like they're super comfortable. I never had instability problems. The grip is pretty great. I was kind of afraid actually that the grip wasn't gonna be that good, because the soles are like so thin under the shoe, but they just grip so well. And I've been running with them like on normal roads, on asphalt, or like on gravel at Zilker Park. I never had a single issue with these shoes, and they just feel absolutely great. They do want you definitely to go a little faster than your normal pace, but the funny thing is that for me, I was quite excited about that, because it brought my like normal conversational pace from a 6:15 minute a kilometer with my Hoka down to a 5:10, and I'm not even feeling like that's hard right now. Like they literally brought my pace down immediately. It just feels like a much lighter, much more comfortable shoe, and it just gives me that little bit of bounciness and extra response that my Hoka weren't giving me at that point. that just makes me cruise at a faster pace far more easily. So yeah, so far this is definitely the shoe of the year for me. And of course, I mean, they look sick. The only downside is that I do absolutely love the white, but if you run under the rain or a slight rain, oh boy, like these shoes will get dirty and it's gonna be so hard to clean them. And I know some people out there are probably gonna be like, dude, they're running shoes, just use them, abuse them, and then whatever. They're not supposed to be nice and clean. But I just like to keep myself clean. Like sometimes I like the idea of having a shoe like this one where if I need to take a trip like to Miami or something like that, I don't like to have a lot of shoes with me. This shoe I could just wear on the flight, wear around Miami, go on my runs in Miami. It's just gonna be my go-to shoe when I need to take a short trip and I want to make sure that I got my running shoe with me that I can use throughout the day, basically. So yeah, super stoked about it. It is definitely helping out during my training lately, because especially with the temperatures and the humidity that we've been having lately, running has been pretty tough, and I don't intend on quitting, I don't intend on slowing down, and having a lighter shoe that breathes more and that helps me keep a better pace even when I need to slow down a bit is definitely quite nice, and it feels more rewarding psychologically, because if I go from having a nice and controlled pace for a long run and then all of a sudden I need to change my pace completely and run out of breath in half that distance, it's a little bit disappointing. So yeah, and other than that, additional changes have been joining the tights club. I always thought the running tights for men were kind of cringe, not gonna lie, and I was always like, just wear 5-inch shorts. But I've been running in shorts my whole life, and lately with all the humidity and the rubbing that comes with that, I just decided, what else can I try to be more comfortable during my runs with all the sweating and stuff? What can feel a little lighter? So yeah, I basically started Googling everywhere, and then every single Reddit post was basically saying that, dude, just give it a try and you won't go back. So yeah, I just bought a super simple pair of tights, and oh boy, these things are comfortable. Like, I cannot even feel like I have them on. I just go on my runs and it just feels so much lighter and there's so much less rubbing. So whoever decided to give it a go, I definitely approve. Like, once you do it, you won't go back. It's so much more comfortable. Now, it's already a little late. It's almost 8 o'clock and I need to start working. But first of all, let's make some coffee. Let's get a nice shower. I don't believe I'm gonna get breakfast this morning. I don't know why, but lately when I run in the morning and I just get back that I'm this hot, my body just rejects food for some reason. But I'm never gonna say no to a huge cup of coffee. So let's make some coffee. Alright, coffee is being made. Now once it gets ready, I'm gonna check a couple of emails and take a shower. Alright, shower's done. Now I'm gonna get some coffee, and I'm thinking about maybe making some eggs or something like that, just to get something in my body. My stomach is burning a bit, so I might need that. Oh, I feel so much more relaxed after the shower. I just need a really good coffee right now, to be honest, so my brain can finally get going. Oh, there's literally nothing better than coffee in the morning. I'm just completely addicted. Alright, I'm done working. I'm gonna take a quick break. It's 12:30 right now and I got pretty hungry. So I'm going to make myself something to eat real quick and considering it's 12, I thought may as well take a quick break to watch the new, what's it called, like Apple WWDC event, whatever it's called. Anyway, let's go. I think I'll be making, I don't know, probably something simple like pasta, something like that. I'm not in the mood for anything too complicated today. And I don't even think I have that much currently in my house that I can eat right away. I have a bunch of steaks and things like that that I would need to defrost first. So I may defrost something for tonight, but for now let's just make something simple like spaghetti or something like that. I may have made a bit too much. I think I'm not gonna eat tonight. Alright, I've eaten, rested a little bit because I was in a food coma, and now I'm gonna get back to work for the rest of the day. So yeah, this basically concludes my everyday morning to afternoon routine. Usually it's pretty simple. It's like simple runs in the morning and then just take care of work. But yeah, for now, all the morning runs are getting a little shorter. I'm staying between 5 to 8 kilometers every morning because I want to get used to the higher temperatures and the humidity. At least I want to be able to cover the distances with a decent heart rate and not having to push too much basically to the heat. So yeah, not super fun, not excited about it. I wanted to do a half marathon race somewhere sometime soon, but I'm really not in the mood to run a half marathon with the kind of temperatures that we're getting now. We'll see. I am heading back to California in July, around the beginning of July actually. So if there will be any half marathons happening over there where the temperatures in the Bay Area usually are lower than here, I'm actually thinking about signing up over there. But for the time being here in Texas, I am probably going to wait for the temperatures to drop a bit. And if a Sunday morning I finally get the day where the temperature is just great and it's below like 28, 29 and the humidity is not killing me, then I'll probably just go and give it a try for a half marathon. But I don't want to do anything where I need to push too much through the current temperatures because it's just not worth it. I still have stuff to do during my days. And I think if I do a half marathon with the current temperatures that we have right now, considering that I'm also alone, I may just be knocked out for the rest of the day and it's not optimal. So yeah, for now, I guess this is the situation, and I'll see you guys in the next video.